Stuart Scott, man, he was one of one, and his impact still being felt by many today, especially in the way he did it. Boo-Yah! It's a portrait of Stuart Scott. It premieres tomorrow. Charles Barkley, ESPN's Clinton Yates are among the many who spoke about Stu's lasting effect.
I was not unfamiliar with black faces on TV.
Herb Cross, James Brown, Greg and Bryant Gumbel.
With a new manager in Dallas Green and a team seeking an identity, they're in first place only 16 days.
We should always appreciate all those brothers who paved the way.
But having seen so many other people do it such a muted fashion, I was like, nah, this dude has the balls to say what he wants to say in an exciting way.
He was authentic, he was genuine, he was true to himself.
Well, this is going to be a must-see, 30 for 30. Boo-Yah! It premieres tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern, ESPN, and of course, the ESPN app. And we are now joined by a SportsCenter alum and friend of the late, great Stuart Scott. Kevin Frazier, welcome back to SportsCenter, man.
Brian, good to be back. I mean, I miss the place, you know. I every once in a while I want to call a highlight, and I wish Stu was around to call him with him.
That's fantastic. You were among the many in this lineup of Stu's friends and colleagues who lent their voices for this 30 for 30. What were you trying to get across when you sat down for this documentary?
That Stu was one of the greatest to ever do it. I don't think people realize how just magical he was and what he brought to the sportscasting field. I'll never forget that the first time I ever sat down with Stu and I together, we grew up in this business together. We both had the same agent. I knew him before he got there, but the first time we got to do a SportsCenter together, Stu comes out and he announces, hey, this is the first time we've had two African-American men sitting here and we're going to kill it. And I looked around, I was like, yeah, we're going to kill it. And then I watched him just give a master class on how it's done.
Oh, that's fantastic. And of course, Stuart became really a symbol of courage, battling that appendix cancer. He had those famous words, you beat cancer by how you live, why you live, in the way and the manner in which you live. What did you learn in the manner, in the way he lived and the way he fought that disease?
Well, number one, Stu never slowed down. And, you know, even when he was sick, he was still going 100 miles an hour. And I remember the last time I saw him in Los Angeles. And, you know, Stu was working out. He was doing these extensive workouts each and every single day. And so when he went back into the hospital and they said, he had passed away, I couldn't believe it because I was like, Stu was larger than life. And it seemed like he would just beat cancers behind. And I was shocked, but he never let it get him down. That's the thing. He always was full speed ahead. He was always excited. He was always the person that you saw on TV, you also saw in person. And whether he was sick or not, he always gave it his all.
Yeah, that's what I think many of us looked up to him and loved, that he was just authentic.
Oh.
The guy you saw on the screen was the same guy that you saw off camera as well.
I think that's what people don't understand is that, you know, when you sat down next to Stu, you got Stu. And I also tried to explain to people that, you know, as his eyesight failed and other things were going on, he never missed a beat. And I remember sitting next to him during one SportsCenter when they had to move the camera in closer because his eyesight was so bad and he could barely read the shot sheet. You would have never known it. He was so incredible. And I literally almost messed up my part of the show because I marveled at what Stu was doing.
No, that's fantastic. Look, I don't want to digress, but I know you're a big-time Colts fan. Bro, what do you think about what the Colts are doing here with the 44-year-old?
Let me say this. Number one, I think it's amazing, but I also want to remind you, I'm a Baltimore Colts fan, okay? My team was stolen the night when that Mayflower van came in and grabbed my heart and the city's heart, and that's why we still have a Baltimore Colts band in the city. So I just want to remind everybody, there's diehards out there like me who are Baltimore Colts fans. We don't celebrate that stolen franchise. Keep that in mind, okay?
Kevin, my brother, it is so good to see you, man. And we certainly appreciate you coming back and giving us your reflections on the great Stu Scott.
Appreciate that. And I hope everybody watches this and they understand that Stu was the GOAT. He was a legend, and I'm so glad we get a chance to pay tribute to this man.
Well said. Boo-Yah, a portrait of Stuart Scott. It premieres Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 o'clock Pacific here on ESPN, ESPN App, Disney Plus, and you can donate to the Stuart Scott Memorial Cancer Research Fund at the.org/Stuart Scott.